orange side, it's 5 Spotted Dog, Dipman, Zen Tuition, 17th Charge. For 6 foot over, it's Leaf Around, Vanzi, Crimson, and the Law. They're coming in here at 6 foot over, 0-2. Meanwhile, for Reboot, it's 1-3. So looking to get started off here and improve their records as they all dive at the same time here. Kind of a nice synchronized play, but wow, what a save. Leaf Around, keeping his goal safe and sound on that one. Just starting it with some good offense. Or defense, rather. And trying to turn it into offense if they can. But Reboot still with another attempt. Being dived out by the Law. And the Law trying to go to the 17th Charge up here. Can't get it, so the Law will get a clear for 6 foot over. Now collecting that one. Just trying to evade the defense. A deep shot will be rebounded and found on the goal. 2 points, 6 foot over to start this one off. So it was Leaf Around on one side doing the defense, that save, and then eventually got it over here to Vanzi for the 2. A little bit of everything.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So here we go. Neon saying we're getting the game footage back, Pally. Which game footage would that be? Like the replays or? Because, yeah, sure. Can do that. As Vanzi comes out here for the grab and just backs it out. So here we go. Also see Dash in there saying, GG Rock Tour. I don't understand. What's Rock Tour doing that's worthy of a GG? Anyway, the Law goes over here to Leaf Around. And Leaf coming through with that pass to the other side. The defense just trying to position in the midline. It's 17th Charge and 5 Spotted Dog pressuring that one, but a pass towards the wedge gets to Vanzi, who will back it out to the bottom of the ramp. And gotcha, Neon saying right before game started, okay, just making sure I'm all caught up, so we're probably good. But over here will be Leaf Around with the disc, sending it to the Law. But the Law trying to get through the charge from 17th. So a lot of scrambled play at the moment, not really meeting too many hands for very long. The Law trying to change it, could not do so. A Vanzi rebound and evading Zen Tuition. Zen, ooh, look at that. I don't know if that was on purpose. If it was, that was some steez. Letting go of the disc, and now releasing it for the 2. So Vanzi right back. 4 points quickly for him and for his team on 6 foot over. And for 6 foot over, their team name is in fact a reference to their stature in real life. Allegedly, at least. These guys are all 6 foot over. So hey. As Rickster says, yes. So 6 foot over in good position here as Crimson takes it over. Just going to find the pass to Vanzi. Lighting it up for a couple goals here early on. And playing some nice patient gameplay here. Reboot on the defense. They're stacked a little bit loose and losing each other actually. So the Law will approach. And now Crimson going down low. Couldn't find the goal. Back to the midline where they have a defender, Leaf, waiting. So not only Leaf doing some goalkeeping work, but also the midline work. Just midfielding it and getting those interceptions. Of course, they do lose the disc again, but not for very long. It's looking like if Vanzi has anything to say about it, and he just might. But actually, no, just is floating away, and I lied again. I should really just be careful about what I say until it actually happens, shouldn't I? That's okay. Anyway, the Law takes this one, looks for an open goal, couldn't convert. Quite close, however, Leaf Around will take it here with Vanzi right by his side, going to the nest instead. And now a 17th Charge save, and that's going to pave the way for maybe an open goal here if they are quick. A 5 Spotted looking down low, going to take a rough roll off the bottom of the Geo. The Law now retaining and sending towards mid. So that was a good save on the other end, but just some bad rolls off the geometry there, the islands. Not playing out for Reboot. So 6 foot over, finding themselves on offense once more. They had 2 guys at the barrier, and again a ding here from 6 foot over. Couldn't quite capitalize, but the rebound will still allow them another chance. Looking for that pass. So Vanzi, that's going to be a good pass attempt, but even better cut off by Zen Tuition. using his intuition to anticipate that coming through. So right to a leaf around now. Yet again, this is their third or fourth attempt perhaps at the goal. They've had a lot of chances, and that one will indeed result in the points. So it took a few tries, but the Law coming to town at the end of the day for the 6-point lead.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Swift saying, I guess Pally doesn't get direct donation notifications. Anyway, I'm going to go hibernate. See y'all later. Well, appreciate it just the same. I can always shout you out
clears it out.
right now. Swift for the $1,000 donation. Am I being too generous? Either way, thank you, though. Appreciate that, man. I suppose it's because we haven't really been relying on the donations too much or expecting them. So, you know, that's another thing I got to fix with the bots and whatnot, because we need some sub-emotes. We need tighten up the mod tools and whatnot, or at least the Nightbot, the auto mod. There are a lot of Twitch side stuff that we need to tighten up for sure, so not bad on that, but definitely appreciate the donation and for just tuning in for the last hour or so. So thank you for that. Now here goes Crimson, 6 foot over, looking for the pass, just missing Vanzi, and dived out, but stolen by the Law. And the Law kind of showing that, well, he is the Law, because now he's scored some back-to-back points for his team.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
So once more, we're up to 8 points here, 8-0. There's still 3:20 left. So off this rollout reboot, getting a pass over to Zentuition. You can see behind that stack coming through, trying to get a leech, but was not. Still, though, Reboot on the offense looking for their first points of this game. A good bounce pass delivery down to Zen, and Zen finding 17th over on Bowtie. So going off the Pack Island, over to 5 spotted. He'll be spotted by the defense. That was Crimson there. Looking good on the punch and the clear just as well. Reboot faster on the approach here with the stacks, just missing the first catch. So now trying to catch them off guard is the Law. But the Law being betrayed by the goalpost. That's illegal. But getting that grab and another clear. Looks like it'll sail past the hands of 6 foot over. It will. So leaf around at the midline, not able to collect that one. But the Law right back. I feel like I'm saying the Law an awful lot. A lawful lot. I'm so sorry. But getting it over here is 5 spotted dog as he retrieves the disc. Golden retriever, or I guess orange retriever he is. But hey. Now over to the barrier. Looks like going to bounce off, just go off the corner, however. 6 foot over. Vanzi with the punch. And now an open 3 will be had. 11 points for 6 foot over.
12, 11, 10,
Yeah, people in the chat, Perp Cop, Rickster,
7, 6.
saying he's really good. I mean, he's been going off. I don't know what he, let's see. 4 points, 1 steal, 13 stuns, and really his hands, even without, you know, a bunch of points, he's pretty much just been at the forefront of a lot of these possession changes. Like, he's the one causing these stuns. He's the one getting to the disc first. Causing a lot of trouble. I mean, here he is handling it just very controlled. He doesn't look like he's, you know, too concerned at all. Not panicked. And that's one of the, you know, good indicators of a floor general there. Just always maintaining that that good mentality, that even pressure. Right there, putting the defensive pressure on. 17th charge. Gets another save. He's had a couple of them. That one, a nice one. Trying to get a fling to the opposite side. Couldn't find a clear, though. So with 4 people for 6 foot over, all in that area. Now spreading apart. Kind of blossoming for the goal. Going for a dolphin dive. And Crimson. The Crimson Waters as they find 13 points on the score sheet for 6 foot over. Almost got me tongue-tied with all those sisses.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bordaz in there saying, waiting for Lemon's game. Is Lemon playing? I know he's still on the roster, I believe, right, for Wireless Jacks, but I know he kind of had to take more of a reserve role this season. So if he's playing today, that'd be great to see him. I think that's his season debut, if that's the case, so that'll be nice. A good grab from Vanzi. And clears it to the other side as some stacks come through. That's a fast one. Nice regrabs from 5-spotted and Dipman to get to the other end. As they close out this round now. It's 6 foot over, though, with the win in round 1. 13 points to 0. So unable to just press through that defense for a Reboot. And kind of noticed had similar results in some of the other Reboot games as well. The thing is, Reboot's defense is very nice. They cause a lot of trouble. They're good with the stuns. They're good with the saves. But that's kind of a recurring theme for some of these Reboot games is that they have trouble getting those clears at times. And just actually finding it on the other side of the floor, you know, actually getting their offense worked in. So that's kind of, for them, where they want to improve. But they've already got some good steps. I always say that, you know, becoming competent at the defensive end as a team or individual, that's quite often a lot more difficult in Echo than it is to be competent at offense right away. So if you can come into the league and into competitive play and already be good at defense, you're kind of ahead of the game in that regard. You know, offense, it still will take time and getting that chemistry developed and stuff, but it's still, you know, it's still an advantage on your part to be good at defense first and then offense later. You know, it's much easier, I would say, to train offense. I mean, because look at how long in Echo Arena that offense was just a given. Like, anytime those passes went into the bubble for probably the first year and a half, they were almost guaranteed goals. You know, it was, you're looking at like 80, 90% conversion rates most of the time, except against a few exceptional goalies at the time. But by and large, offense was just always for both the regions, much easier to come along. Now, it's changing a lot here in the Echo scene these days. Suffice to say, there's a lot of great goalies and coordinated team defenses and defensive rollouts we're seeing that are super impressive, but, you know. Anyway, won't drag on too much on that because, hey, we do have ourselves the round 2 beginning. And 6 foot over, trying to get over the hump here and find themselves with another win. Vanzi having it stolen, though, by Zen. Zen lining that up a little bit too. Actually, that might have a chance. First shot was off, but, you know, anytime it's heading towards those corner panels by the bubble, has a decent chance of going in if it hits the right spot. So you see a lot of people purposely going for those kind of clears off those corners, and great save again, leap around. So another grab, snatching it right out the hands of Reboot, who almost had a chance at the points for the first time in this match, but Leaf, the denial, looking good. So an open goal here cannot be made by the Law. Zen coming through, but some good punches. Disc knocked loose. And now a intercept. So Vanzi playing that one pretty well. Looking for that punch. But a lot of brawling going on. Just haywire as they throw the haymakers. Zen Tuition couldn't find the clear. So again, kind of the Achilles heel for Reboot here, just getting those clean clears. They do get one somewhat over here, but the Law will still retain it. Mentioned him earlier, how he's seemingly the one who's first to the disc a lot of the time when it's loose down there. So subbing there for, well, not subbing so much as just taking Rickster's place. I know 6 foot over has a full roster of players, so it's always up in the air with who you're going to get. Just like Crimson up in the air for that grab over there as he sends it down to the Law. So the Law gets it to Vanzi, and he uses those handsies to get the 2 points. Took 2 minutes, more than 2 minutes to find the first score here in round 2, but they got it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Wasn't 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? I don't think I said 3 minutes. I hope I didn't. Otherwise, that's embarrassing. But it was, yeah, it was about 8, right? 8 minutes when that shot went in. Aha, okay, good. I thought maybe I misspoke and I said 3 minutes. It happens every now and then. Sometimes because I'm just bad at math. Other times because I'm just not thinking. You know, I'll say a number or I'll say something, and you know, it happens. Trying not to get too tongue-tied, but trying to find a goal. The Law does so, and does so well. So he's definitely on the good side of the Law. 4 points for 6 foot over.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So as teams line up here, Reboot still looking to score. Let's see if they can as the 17th charge sends that over to the tunnel. 5 spotted, can't quite collect, and the stack there in the back from 6 foot over will retain. Reclaim, that is. Look for a clear and boost. Not once, but twice. Maybe looking for the points, but just bad bounce and couldn't get it. Rebound again, though. So talking about recurring themes in this particular matchup, it's for Reboot, it's the clears not going through for a 6 foot over. Kind of, I guess, related to that is just the rebounds. Some of these shots or passes are not initially going through, but the speed is buying them a lot of extra chances. Right there, the Law. Oof, a close miss. Now that one, he would certainly want to take back if he could, but at least there it is again. Another rebound in the midfield, at least temporarily, for 6 foot over. So those ones, tough misses, but it'll happen from time to time to all of us. I've missed a point-blank dunk before. Not like an inside shot. I've missed like an actual dunk. Like I was anchored to the post. Just don't ask. I mean, I know I told you, but just don't ask. Anyway, over here to the Law. He's going to take it right back for his team and look for a dish down to the bottom shoulder, or elbow rather, going up to the backboard now, Vanzi. And a good save from 17th, but the hands once again defensively from Vanzi. So Leaf Around is really impressed with that defense inside the goal. He's had 3 or 4 great-looking grabs right out of the hands of some 6 foot over players. But just taking back possession and getting themselves 6 points. So 6 foot over, 6 points over in this second round. So as they launch out here, a heavy pile up on the bottom, unfolding, and trying to ring a pass through that mid area. Lots of Geo in the way, but they do. Gets it over here, 6 foot over. Crimson right back for them. There's a stack at bow tie for Reboot. So Crimson will just flip the disc around, throw a couple fakes, then get rid of it. Just trying to lure the defense, pulling off a B-Love, if you will. I always call out B-Love because whenever he's playing, whether it's on a team or subbing, whatever it is, B-Love is always one to just hold the disc, be really careful, as Vanzi is super careful for the shot. Gets a one-on-one play for the 8th point. But yeah, B-Love is someone who, under no circumstances, will ever get rid of the disc until the defense is right by him. He'll lure them out gladly every time. Rickster saying he's your coach. Is that for real? Because if so, that's beautiful. I love how that worked out. Because that was a classic B-Love play. Oh, looking for, was that a bounce pass attempt? That was almost steezy from Zen. I can't tell if he just lost it or if that was an actual intentional pass. It almost looked intentional, but couldn't get it. So over here, a shot. Can't get that one. Leaf Around the rebound, but Zen Tuition. Now he's going to come through out with a defensive fruition on that grab. The Law, though, back with the grab. Looking to maybe a pass. Well, actually, no, getting stunned out. So right here, Vanzi, a pass over to Crimson, just a bit off. And taking it back. Now, a kind of an unforced fling. Had time to work with that one. So Crimson maybe dispensing of that disc a bit too early. But luckily for them, it's going to be Leaf Around coming around for another goal. And that's 10 points here for 6 foot over. Using those extra opportunities to their benefit.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And yeah, Neon saying our defense is looking hot right now. No, absolutely. I can't give enough props to Reboot every time I watch them play. They're very strong on the brawls and the saves. So I think the rest of it. Ooh, that could be a bad bounce. Okay, never mind. Taken by Vanzi here, looking for maybe one more, but grabbed out by Zen Tuition. So there you go. Again, every time 6 foot over is scoring in both of these rounds, it's not like they're scoring on these first attempts. It's honestly taking a 6 foot over a good 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts before they finally collapse on that goal and score. I mean, you can see it here again. Brawling there up top. That was 17th charge. So the defense pretty hot for Reboot. It's just a matter of somehow finding those clears and getting the boost a little bit faster. And I think over time, That's something that could definitely be addressed. That's like I was saying before the round began, right? Defense, a lot more difficult to master than offense is. So, definitely good-looking plays on their part. Epic Naven highlight says, Palidore, please shout out Papa. That's as good as you're going to get. I don't know, I would, but I don't know what's PC these days and not, so better to be careful. I'm used to the days where the Papa meme was not such a bad thing, but I just don't know anymore. The internet, time passes by weirdly. Situations change day to day. I don't even know anymore. That's why it's hard staving off being one of those internet boomers, even though I've been around the internet since I was 6. It's like I can't keep up anymore. You dang kids, get off my lawn. Crimson here, taking it for 6 foot over, however, will be pressured into the pass down low. The Law clearing that to the other side off the bottom. He does have a man down there, actually. Almost turning into a shot, rebounded from Vanzi. And Vanzi just biding his time a little bit, looking for a pass, just squeezes it through to the Law, but the Law being stopped there. And a clear does go through for Reboot this time. So now trying to get on the stacks, see if they can do that. And over to the other side again. Swift saying, please tell me I'm trolling. Tell you I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Over here, though, we'll be taken to the corner panel as this clock winds down. And Reboot with one chance, perhaps off the catch. Oh, 5-spotter. Looks like he leaped for it. Couldn't quite get that, so a slap clear into the other side will end this game, and it'll be 10-0 for 6 foot over in round 2, claiming their second win, I believe, of the season. Again, one of those things where I probably shouldn't speak unless I know for sure, right? That's okay. All right, so real quick, trying to get you to the score screen, highlight screen. Based on the time, we're going to rush right into the next match, however, and we don't have any stats for you anyway, so that's it. Cannot get the stats. They were wiped. Team is restarting. Not my fault. I mean, partially my fault, but I'm just trying to divert, okay? Hopefully you guys got a good look at on the stats with the sealable extension there on the Twitch player, if nothing else. But now, that said, we do have another game to rush to yet again, so another intermission as I try and get this all put together and remember all my order of operations here. So pardon me for a second. Okay, yeah, so we're good, I think. Yeah, gonna go right into Wireless Jacks versus Nova starting imminently. I'm going to go to a quick intermission, just like before. Try and chug water as fast as I can without making myself sick, and then we'll be back with a sick game between the Wireless Jacks and Nova. So stay tuned.